on my half-brother Clay, who I might have mentioned earlier, will be performing some of his wonderful stand-up comedy. And trust me, you are in for a real treat if you... But before we get to that, I'd like to bring up my first guest. She's as cute as a button, and she's scrumptious, and I love her. And please say hello to the wonderful, delicious Molly Shannon.
Oh, my God.
They told me you'd be coming here. I'm angry at them. Hello, lovely lady. Oh.
So nice. So nice to see you, Jiminy.
Nice to see you,
So
Molly.
nice to be on your show.
Oh, you look beautiful and you smell so wonderful. You did so many wonderful skits on SNL. You did so many wonderful people. And I would watch them and I would laugh because they were so sensational. What were some of the characters that you did, Molly Shannon?
Come on. I did Sally O'Malley.
Sally O'Malley, tell us about that lady.
Well, that's the woman that says I'm 50 years old, and I'm imitating. A lot of times I'm imitating my dad, but I'm doing it as a woman.
Yeah.
You know, but is there?
Because your dad is a cross-dresser.
No.
But you take characters and you switch sexes. You just switch the sex.
Well, I just take part. I guess because my dad's such a dominant figure, I take parts of him and then I exaggerate.
You exaggerate your dad's dominance, and then you put a dress on it.
Maybe.
Very good. So it's kind of like Michael Jackson and the little monkey. Because I hear that he puts them in all different dresses. Sometimes it's a full tuxedo, and sometimes it's Liza. And let me ask you something. You played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
How did you know that?
Oh,
I cannot believe that you have that on your sheet.
Dorothy, look at that, Dorothy in Wizard of Oz.
Oh, my goodness.
And I love Dorothy. I love that movie.
Judy Garland's my favorite performer.
Judy Garland was wonderful.
She was, yeah.
I knew someone who used to be her dresser named Ruby, and it was vodka and ding-dongs after a show. That's all she'd do. And eventually, as the evening wore on, she'd pour the vodka into the ding-dongs, and then she'd pour the vodka on the ding-dongs, and then she'd just pour it on her head and say, I'm a ding-dong, you know? And I think that it's a shame. Oh. I don't think what happened in today's Hollywood, which is good. Hello?
Jiminy, hi, it's Jerry. I was just wondering...
No, not now. Well, you are everything that I've heard so many great things about you. And I've heard that you're mysterious, and I've heard you love pranks, that you love to do pranks on people. Is that true?
Really? Where did you hear that?
Who am I thinking of? Oh, no, I'm thinking of Patty Duke. I always get mixed up. I love to do pranks, though. I remember one time, my father, I put a firecracker in his Ovaltine and blew 3 teeth out, but... I think you're an absolute beauty. Honest to God,
you.
I saw you walk in. I feel guilty because, you know, I'm married to Dixie for 23 years, and we have 4 wonderful boys, Morgan, Mason, Matthew, and Modine.
What's your secret, like, to a healthy relationship?
I think it's true, and it's in my book, Halfway There, But For You. And I think that the secret is I think that it's an endless amount of making love. I come home and I say, Dixie, we've got company, and she knows without me. And next thing I know, I've been, you know, and I don't want to get graphic, but there's not one sink in our home that isn't a little bit loose on the edges, because I think that's the secret. I think that's the secret to it all. You're everything that's lovely. Thank you, Molly Shannon. And we'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Stay tuned for Nathan Lane when we return.
Hello, I'm Conan O'Brien, and I'm here on Hollywood's Walk of Fame to talk to you about something that is very, very important to me. Okay. Here in the Walk of Fame, every great actress, actor, director, singing star, dancer, hand model, if I didn't say actor, my apologies. Anyway, they all have their own star to honor them and their great, great body of work. They're all here, right? Wrong. You know who they don't have? My favorite actor of all time, The guy with the mustache from Cheers. Norm's buddy. And why do I choose to worship at the altar of that guy? A, because he was so not crappy at acting, and number two, he was solidly, mildly, always amusing. In fact, it mildly amuses me just to think of him now. But as the great Greek philosopher Aristotle often said, what really frosts the hairs of my hiney is that they won't give a star to the guy with the mustache from Cheers, but they will give a star to the bald guy from Night Court. Or speaking of bald, that bald fruity guy from the Dick Van Dyke Show. Or the semi-bald guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Not Ryan Stiles, the other one. If you're like me, or if you just like me, you're saying to yourself, what's it gonna take to get the guy with the mustache from Cheers his own star on the Walk of Fame? I'll tell you what it's gonna take. The green stuff. Money. People gotta get paid off. I know it's ugly, but so is Ernest Borgnine, and he's got his own star.
Send your check or money orders to the committee to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for the guy with the mustache from Cheers, Box 193858, Trenton, New Jersey.
Won't you please help?